What is up, Cahir Club, and welcome back to another CahirLIVE live stream. How goes it? I hope everybody's had a wonderful, wonderful week so far. Hello, Mango. How goes it? I forgot to pop out my my Twitch chat, which isn't smart of me. Now I've popped out my Twitch chat. But yes, hello Brugger and hello Jellu as well. Is it really appropriate to say happy birthday? I think so, yeah, no it is. Happy birthday to you too, Jellu. And hello Rob, how goes it? How goes it? I hope everybody's weeks have been going well so far. We've got a lesser spotted CahirLIVE Wednesday stream today, which isn't all that common. Eggos, the thing 11 was obsessed with. Congrats on 4 years. Thank you, Rob, thank you. Happy Waffle Day, Waffle Day? Huh? What am I missing? Because aren't Eggos a type of waffle? Have I misspelt something? Can I missing a beat? I feel like I'm missing a beat. International Waffle Day. Oh, it's international. No, are you asking? Is it International Waffle Day? I think it is. No, I think someone did say that and I just forgot. International Waffle Day. It's March 25th. That's 25th of March. That's not today. I don't know. It's Green Cahir's birthday. Makes sense that he's streaming. Where's Orange Cahir? I killed him. Anyway. Anyway. You're engaging in menace behavior. I see. It's just the issue is SFA was engaged in very similar stuff, which confused me more. Thank you. Anyway, I am hunting for Turtwig today. I found a Turtwig outbreak, so I can shiny hunt for Turtwig, which I think is pretty exciting. Is pretty awesome. So we're gonna shiny hunt Turtwig today. While I do my general shiny hunting, and also probably discuss a little bit of what the future of CahirLIVE, Cahir is here, stuff like that. Reminisce, maybe a bit of reminiscing. I love a good bit of reminiscing, you know? Who doesn't love a good little bit of reminiscing? Oh, look, it's Reina. Well, baby Reina. So how long will stream be? Regular length. Why you ask? 24-hour birth? No, it's not a 24-hour birthday stream. Maybe I will make it a little bit longer. I don't know, I considered doing 24-hour streams and stuff, but I'd have to consider, like, when I'd want to do it, how I'd want to do it, right? Like, I don't think I'm going to commit to something like that yet. Maybe at some point. 48-hour. Kepler, are you secretly SFA guy? Because I feel like you're like... You know, I've never seen Kepler and SFA in the same chat room before. I'm just saying. Also, Green Cahir canonically 4 or 20. Well, I don't know why you'd say 20, because where did 20 happen? Like, no, where did 20 come from? You know? I don't understand how people do 24-hour streams, because after like 15 hours, gaming feels like shit. Yeah, no, I don't know. I might be able to do it if I really tried. Oh, Guts, thank you for the birthday wishes. Whoa, wait, Finn as well? Dorsal Finn as well? Hello, how goes it? I hope that both of your weeks have been going well so far. It is indeed my birthday. I am 4 years old. That's me. There are a lot of Turtwig here. I'm excited to see how this might go. Wait. Oh, no, he's just hopping past me. I thought that guy was coming over to me. But, he was not. But, you know, 24 hour... I'd have to figure out something I'd want to commit 24 hours towards, or, like, a bunch of things to do over 24 hours, right? Like, I could see a really long shiny hunt being part of it. I think I'd want to get guests on and shit, just to help keep me entertained and keep me entertaining. You know? Oh yeah, should I go to 2001 and told Baby Me to wash his water bottle? Which means alternate Cahir is at least 23 years old. I feel like I do remember saying that, but I do not remember when and why, which is a really odd part. Yeah, no, that is like, I don't remember saying that. Like, you saying that has rung a bell in my head. You had a dirty water bottle. I did have, that is true. That is true. Anyway, yeah, no, I was born pre 9/11. I was. I think I had to live a couple of months in my life without Shrek. But quite devastatingly, I think I was also too young to see it in the cinema. Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy... I have nothing else to say. Look! Look! It's the guy! I did it already! I'm just that good. I'm just that good at Pokemon, really. Wait, okay. I need to check Turtwig's moveset real quick. Because Turtwig smells like a Pokemon that will have takedown. You know, Turtwig smells, seems, looks like... It won't have takedown. I don't think it can get to takedown until it's Grottle. Which means I'm going to do other things. Hi, you're here. Merry Christmas, MJB. How goes it? How goes it? You've got here at a good time. Because I've already got a shiny Turtwig. Hopefully this doesn't affect my Shenhe luck on Saturday. That would be not great. I might just try and full swipe it. You know? I need to beat around the bush. Okay, that didn't do what I wanted it to. That wasn't successful. Really. Alright, let's full swipe it again. I need to swords dance before I do that. Beat around the bush. I am beating the bush, that is true. You know what, we're not gonna say that, because it sounds a little bit like a euphemism. Gonna be honest. Gonna keep it real. First Turtwig in a Safari Ball, which I'm a pretty big fan of, honestly. I'm a pretty big fan of that. Any Turtwig names? Any Turtwig names in chat? What should we name our first Turtwig? Long stream idea, shiny hunt as many little mans as possible. Who doesn't love bush beating? Kurt. Oh, I do like Kurt. Next Turtwig and Beast Ball, maybe? Wait, I had an audience. Kill them. Wait, someone says something, and then I was going to say something in response. Yeah, I might try to catch one in a Beast Ball. I don't need any of the balls I have anymore. Like Grogunks. Is that guy on top of the other guy? He's not. I thought that was a guy sitting on top of the other guy. It's quite fitting I shiny hunt Turtwig. You can kill him. You can kill him. No, you can kill him. Thank you. You did something cool. I love cool things. What did you do? Alright. We are almost up to 60, which is good, Name him Bush Beater. And maybe the next one. You got a pass on a map that has a full 1 combo on it. Oh, did you do the thing where you found, like, user-generated Genshin thingies? Genshin plays, so you didn't actually have to try to get the award. Like, 18 hours last Christmas when you tried to pull an all-nighter, but you did not successfully pull the all-nighter? Is that the implication there? I hope there aren't any Turtwigs down the hill. Anyway. Now we've done that and we've gotten the Turtwig. I'm going to park myself here, right? And I'm going to save. Oh, there's a Litten over there. And I'm going to save, right? Right, let's, wait, I did that wrong. Wait, no. Come on, man. Let's set that up. I also need to check which shiny sandwich I need to make. Pokemon SV shiny sandwich guide. Because I always forget the recipes and I always have to look them up. Oh, it's an Osu map, I see. Why did you do a one? Oh, I might need lettuce for this. I might need lettuce for this. As it turns out, you know? As it turns out, lettuce might be needed for this. And, I don't know if I have lettuce. Well, I stand corrected, and I love to stand corrected. Big fan of standing corrected, and I need salty and sour. And I have 71 Sour Herba Mystica, so I can achieve that. That's doable. I hope I saved. I think I saved. Lettuce. Lettuce sandwich. This is like a shit salad. Lettuce is like a filler food. You know? When you want to make a burger healthy, you put lettuce in it, right? You don't eat lettuce because it tastes nice. It's there because it's good for you. You know? Will Legends Arceus have a feature like this? Legends Arceus. I'm guessing you mean Outbreaks. I feel like there's a pretty high chance of the next game featuring Outbreaks. It seems like they quite like the idea of Outbreaks, you know? I'm starting to get the hunch that Outbreaks are a thing that they're just a big fan of, for some reason. There's like a whole fucking bunch of them down there, which isn't great. Are they in the wall is my bigger question. Because if they're in the wall, then I'm like low-key fucked. I don't know how BB is with wall mons. Wow, there are a lot of them already. I think it really depends how Pokemon appear in ZA. Like... I guess I can like just kind of leap if I wanna. No, I can't. Okay, there are guys spawning down. I guess I can literally just do what I do with Krogunk and perch myself on like the edge here, right? Because then I can just look down and over there and see all the Turtwigs. That's awesome. Like, being a game entirely... The game is rumored to entirely be set within Lumiose, right? If it is, then it might not make sense for Pokemon to be caught in the same way they are in other games. But we'll have to see. But, as far as track records go, Game Freak seem to really fucking like Outbreaks. Me? I'm really fucking indifferent on them. I like it when we get actually interesting ways to shiny hunt Pokemon, you know? I'm a big fan of when they do interesting things like SOS. You know, Deck Snap. Deck Snap was a good one. Yeah, no, I've said it before, but I'll do maybe like a proper thing where I say it, you know? So, like, as I said that, my brain reset, which is, like, a nice feeling. And by nice feeling, I don't mean nice feeling. So... SOS is my favorite shiny hunting method, I think. I'm a big fan of DexNav. DexNav is when I, like, first started. Chain fishing is a very good one. I feel like people don't discuss chain fishing much. And I know people don't like not DexNav, PokeRadar much. I think DexNav is like a better version of PokeRadar in the grand scheme. Oh, hello, Pip. How goes it? Thank you, thank you. And thank you again for the art. That was some really cool art. And again, thank you for the art because I'm using one of the emojis you made a while back as my thumbnail today, which works well. Is cute. Yippee! Yeah, I'm shiny hunting Turtwig today. Oh my god. But yeah, but I don't know, like, I might do more PokeRadar at some point. I need to re-download BDSP at some point soon, right? Because my brain doesn't work. I need to re-download BDSP sometime soon, because I need to shiny hunt Krogunk in it. And, that means I'm gonna have to re-download it, really. It's the law. So I might do some more DexNav streams, because not DexNav, PokeRadar streams, because PokeRadar is pretty fun, but I think DexNav is very much, DexNav deliberately feels like an upgraded version of the PokeRadar. They took a lot of the, like, core features of it and redid it. The PokeRadar... The DexNav as, like, an item, I think, is really cool. I like that you can get, like, hidden abilities and egg moves with it. Shiny Turtwig is Cahir-coloured? I mean, it's not particularly Cahir-coloured. I just like Turtwig a lot. It is quite... No, I don't know. I've always considered myself mint, right? I've always considered myself, like, a minty colour. But I know, like, that's not a universally agreed-upon fact. Right? Like, Krogunk... That's Cahir-coloured, right? Krogunk's Cahir-coloured. Shiny Krogunk. That wasn't intentional, but I'd consider that guy Cahir-coloured. Very much so. What's it called? You know, I'd consider that guy. I consider that guy Cahir-coloured. But I've always said, if I had a Pokemon in real life, it'd be Turtwig. So I thought I'd shiny hunt Turtwig today. Just do one of my classics where I try and get as many as possible. Which we'll see. We got an early one. We got a very early one. One while I was still farming through the outbreak. You agree on shiny Krogunk? I'm glad. Because that is my boy. But yeah, no, like, you know, I've always stood by the fact that if I had a Pokemon in real life, it'd be Turtwig or Grottle, I think. Turtwig, then Grottle, right? I always imagine, like, it starting off as a Turtwig and stuff, and then at some point it would evolve. And then I'd, like, start growing, like, stuff on its back. Berries and stuff. You know? I imagine it'd be like one of those things, like, I imagine a Pokemon evolving in the family would be a very inconvenient event if you're not, like, a trainer. Even if you are a trainer, arguably. Like, imagine living with a little, like, turtle guy, right? Imagine living with, like, a little turtle guy, right? He can sleep on the end of your bed, really. You probably have, like, a little, like, house for him somewhere. Like a little, like, Turtwig house, you know? You gotta be diligent at, like, trimming the leaf on its head so it doesn't get too big and, like, too heavy for it to move. I think, you know? I mean, you'd have to, like, tend to it and care for it quite a lot, you know, in my head. And then it, like, evolves into something, like, the size of a small table. The size of a coffee table. Like, what do you do in that case? You'd be pressing BIRL? No, I'd let it. Again, like, you could grow things on Groll's back, it'd be sick. Felix, hello! Happy Cahir Day indeed. I hope that your week has been going well so far. I am shiny hunting Turtwig today for my 4-year anniversary. It is quite whack that I've been at this for 4 years. I will say. Just feed it rocks. The rock can stop evolutions. I guess low-key. Drink coffee? Does that stop evolution? Is that what you're implying? Which is an interesting implication. Very intrigued by, like, the meaning of that. Yeah, 4 years is quite a while. No, I'm going to talk about growth for a bit longer before I start reminiscing. Hold it! I'm going to talk more about owning Pokemon. No, it's a coffee table now. Oh, I see! But yeah, no, I like... And, like, Charmeleon, which is, like, pretty, like, maneuverable around a house, right? Like, you'd probably have to, like, do shit to make sure stuff doesn't catch on fire, I think. But, like, imagine that Charmeleon becoming a Charizard. Like, I think that would, like, be a massive pain in the neck to, like, deal with. I don't know, like, slice of life Pokemon, I think, is something we should see more of. I know Pokemon Concierge is, like, slice of lifey, isn't it? I still need to watch it, to be fair. I need to get around to watching that at some point. But that is another right down there. That's another shiny Turtwig. That is shiny Turtwig. And numero dos, that is shiny Turtwig. And number 2, is that it? Is shiny Turtwig number 2? Yippee! You know what? I shouldn't have indented yet, because it might kill itself. Same Psyduck main character. It is, isn't it? But yeah, move to a farm and build it a barn. Beast Ball, I am gonna try. Next game they should just add them to real life. Real, honestly. No, I agree with that. Like, I don't know, I'm the issue is when you say slice of life, I'm sure a lot of people are going to think, like, high school, Japanese high school type beat. But I think an adult, kind of, focused, styled... Oh, okay, that didn't crit catch it. Yeah, no, I didn't catch it. I wasn't... Don't heal! No! Oh... Okay, that's going to heal it a bit, but it's going to heal it like 1 hit point, because that's going to do jack shit to me. Office worker, Pokemon slice of life, or just adults? Exactly. Like, we have, like, a fair share of balls now, which is nice. I'm going to go with a Sport Ball, because Sport Ball is the other one. Catching in a Beast Ball is going to suck. I have no Beast Balls anymore. That was my only Beast... Oi! I might just switch up here, because, like, come on, man. Pokemon count as pets, so can you bring them into the office? I think, right, the best way of doing it would be framing the office place as, like, a job that needs, like, specific Pokemon to work. Because best case scenario, right? Now, I'm not saying that the main character needs to hate Pokemon, right? I think that maybe would be a bit uninteresting if they, like, just straight up hated Pokemon. I feel like we've had a lot of, like, but the guy hates Pokemon tropes, right? But, like, imagine if he's paired up with a Pokemon that, he doesn't, like, get on well with. Right? Alakazam memorizes stuff. Alakazam would be a perfect character in, like, an office comedy, right? You talking about Lily? I mean, Lily is a character. What am I naming this Turtwig? Any Turtwig name suggestions? Golisopod, kill this guy. Groot is a good one, actually. Groot is a good one. Although, you named the last one, so I'm going to name this one Bort. But that is what Rob has said. We might name one Groot yet. These Pokemons are stealing our jobs. But, like, I bet Pokemon would be really useful around the workplace. Like, Alakazam could be, like, used to help crunch numbers and stuff, and, like, that could be fun, because does Alakazam want to crunch the numbers? When you go up to Alakazam with numbers to crunch, does it, like, get really sulky and, like, annoying about it? Are there specific people in the office who can actually get Alakazam to crunch numbers for them? And would, like, one of the events in the first episode end with the, main character... Well, not the first episode. Would, like, one of the events early on be the main character, like, learning to get on with the Alakazam through, like, some niche issue they have to work through together? It make no sense for me to have a Pokemon in my office, but I still bring them. I don't care. No, but, like, Pokemon are, like... They're animals, but they're, like, low-key quite smart, right? Which does indeed beg questions of the moralities of catching them in Pokeballs, but that's not the point, because they could legitimately be helpful in an office environment. You know how, like, some companies have, like, kittens and dogs to, like, help with, like, anxiety in the workplace? Do you think there'd be Pokemon like Blissey and Chansey, Indeedee, Ordino to, like, help around? Maybe more toxic companies would get, like, a Hatena to... My emotional support, Lugia, exactly. No, not exactly at all. I don't know, I don't know, I think it's more interesting to, like, think of Pokemon through, like, a slice of life perspective rather than, like, oh yeah, I'd have a Lugia. No, what, like, realistically, put yourself in the Pokemon world, right? You have to, like, actually care for this Pokemon. You actually have to, like, own it. Right? And it can't be one of the gods. I don't think Togetic or Psyduck could use a keyboard. Slowpoke would just sleep on the floor next to you. Yeah? No, that's fair. I feel like Togetic could help in some jobs. Because it can fly, right? So that would be useful. Psyduck, I think, would be, like, a good emotional support animal. I saw one cute one where people, not people, I think it was one person, an artist, was making, like, service Pokemon. So, like, they did it with a bunch of the dog Pokemon, and then they did it with a bunch of evolutions, which was really cute. Like, there's, like, a lot of potential. Oh, that's the wrong one. Yeah, I had to do a load of BP grinding last night, so I could actually unlock Turtwig. I spent, like, an hour grinding for BP. You know, service Pokemon would be, like, a very interesting one to, like, kind of tackle, and it'd be an interesting, like, concept to think of. Like, I think someone in the office would definitely have to have a service Pokemon of some kind, just because of the interesting, like, ideas you could have in that idea alone, right? If everyone's partner Pokemon was the one that suits their vibe best, what would yours be? Is it still Krogunk? I think so, yeah, I'll be honest. If it was specifically vibe-based, I would go Krogunk. But again, if I actually owned a Pokemon, I'd want to own a Turtwig. I'd love to own an Eevee. I live my same lifestyle, or maybe a big type or a bird type. I can move to the country. It's Charizard or any of the massive birds. Yeah, I feel like bird Pokemon would be very interesting in, like, careers and stuff, because people just straight up fly on them, right? Like, Corviknight Taxi is a thing in the Pokemon world. They use the Pokemon as taxis. Could Psychic Pokemon somehow share their sight and work as service Pokemon for the blind? I feel like, potentially, like, I think Psychic types would definitely be, like, an interesting, like, guide Pokemon. Yeah, do you think Croagunk will make you sick? Make you trip balls or just be chill? I'm not sure if Croagunk said to secrete poison. Its ability is dry skin, right? So its skin is straight up dry. I think you'd have to actively moisturize your Croagunk, I'd imagine. Because, like, Croagunk, like, live in swamps and shit, right? Yeah, Croagunk live in swamps and shit, right? So, like, they're very used to being moist, so I think you'd need to, like, make sure... If you owned a Croagunk, I think you'd have to be very careful with this environment to make sure it doesn't dry out. I'd imagine. Like, that's, like, the fun thing I like to think about in the Pokemon world, right? And it's why, like, when some people, like, yell, like, yeah, I'd have Charizard because they think it's cool. Yeah, I'd have Tyranitar because they think it's cool. Yeah, I'd have Mewtwo because they think it's cool. Like, no, there are interesting ways you can view Pokemon, right? If you have an interesting reason for wanting to, like, own one of these Pokemon, then, like, yeah, no, fair enough. But, like, it's like, how do you go about... If you realistically had that Pokemon, how would you go about caring for it? That's, like, the interesting thing I like about the idea of, like, living in the Pokemon world. And I think it'd be really cool for there to be, like, a series that just... I mean, Pokemon Concierge might... I don't know. Has anyone watched Concierge? You know what Cubone does, but he would be your son? Cubone... Cubone's cute. I like Cubone. Victini would be an easy take with how small it is and other perks. Victini is a mythical Pokemon, though. That's like saying, yeah, if I could have any pet, I'd want Bigfoot, right? Like, yeah, I'd like to have a Yeti as a pet. I think I could have a gnome as a. I think a gnome would be a great pet, really. Like. Alright. I'd have to add some WD-40 and some steel cleaner so he doesn't rust. Exactly! Like, that's the interesting thing. And, like, you know how, like, sometimes you have to, like, trim cats' claws and shit because they're getting too sharp and cutting, like, and, not cutting, like, scratching up the furniture around and, like, scratching people and stuff? Like, do you think you'd actively have to, like, be careful with, like, Caesar's claws? Do you think you'd actively have to, like, care for them and help maintain them? Because Caesar Caesar as a pet, rather than as, like, an active wild animal might, like, they might get too, like, sharp and stuff, right? Because Caesar as a Pokemon, I'm sure uses its claws a lot, which would file them down. You know how, like, goat horns can grow into its head if, like, they don't do enough to keep them, like, short and shit? Like, there's a lot of interesting ways to frame Pokemon and how you'd care for them. Probably, so it's like you still have your cat. That is fair. I think Missy would be more of a Purloin. Oh, I'm bleeding again. Let's get out the angle grinder. Is that another one? That is another one. It's funny because I was worrying about missing one and then it's boom. It's right there. But, yeah, no, like, I think it was that one post that talked about, Yeah, do you mean, like, the annoying habits of rodents to keep their ever-growing teeth sharp and short? Exactly, exactly. Like, Caesar actively has, like, scissors for hands. I can't choose, so I'm becoming a professor. I mean, yeah, no, I don't have to wonder, like, what kind of... Like, there are, like, loads of different Pokemon professors. Like, I think biology in the Pokemon world, like, Pokemon, like, biology and stuff, must be, like, a very interesting, profession, just because there are so many avenues. Let's keep catching a few of them in different balls for now, I think. Doop, doop, doop. Oh. The issue is I low-key need to crit catch them if I want to, like, actually catch them in hit. Which is low-key annoying. There's this really cute... There we go. There's this really cute series I've been seeing on Twitter lately, where it's like someone's doing like the Chronicles of a Pokemon Professor who keeps finding Pokemon who have like interesting oddities about them. Names! Turtwig names. What should we name Turtwig? I love the Samurai with the beard. Yes! Yes! I'm glad you've seen it. That's so cute. Yeah, Samurai with a beard is definitely up there for me. I thought that was really cute. I like the Cherubi with only, like, one cherry. Like... Pokemon with disabilities, I think, is a very, like, is another interesting avenue, I think, that, it'd be cool if some Pokemon, media, like, explored more, right? Bud? Bud is a good one, but I believe you did name the last one, so I am going to, leave it open. Hope you have a great birthday stream. Thank you, Guts, thank you. I hope the rest of your day goes well, Guts. Alright. But yeah, no, there's just like a lot of... I can't be put on the spot, your brain mush. Yeah, no, that'll do. You know, that's a pretty solid one. We can go with brain mush. Alright. Like, Pokemon are just so interesting, and it's like, do you think people who deliberately kind of like get themselves into owning Tinkatinks help buy the metals to make their hammers? Like, in Pokemon Horizons, right? One of the characters catches a Tinkatink. And she's a live streamer, so her Tinkatink, her first hammer is like a microphone she's taken and like bashed into a shape she likes. And she's like slowly building it out. And she evolved into Tinkertuff. Like, it's really cute, and I think that there'd be, I think that'd be really cool. Our brain mush now. I hope he lives forever. Can you use that last one? Pokemon senses things like that. Oh, FG, I see. I'm a few episodes into the Naranha Academy part now. Ah, nice, nice. I hope you're enjoying it. I thought it was a fun arc. I liked that they did it. It felt like the older Pokemon series, which I enjoyed quite a bit. With like just the traveling and stuff, which was quite chill. They keep on hiding behind that rock immediately in front of me, and I can't actually tell if they're shiny or not. So I feel like I'm gonna miss a shiny because it spawns behind that fucking rock. Anyway, you move to a junkyard for it. But no, exactly, like, Tinkertink would be, like, a good junkyard Pokemon. Like, do you think, like Garbodor would probably as well, really? Because it's, like, made of Garbodor. I guess Garbodor would be maybe, like, a better Pokemon to, like, work at a dump. In fact, there's actually, like, chemical waste plants that, where, like, the trainers use muck in Alola. Like, that's already a pre-established thing. Alola is, I think, one of the best regions for living with Pokemon. The idea of, like, living with Pokemon, living alongside them in your lives. They actually end up asking a lot of interesting questions about Pokemon and the world as well. Like, that one time a load of people in a town get replaced by Ditto, which is quite fucked up and raises a lot of very concerning questions. But do the Tinkertink owners help them hunt down Corviknights? I have a hunch that the answer to that is no. Unless they really fucking hate Corviknights as well. I'd imagine that would get you very much arrested, though. And I just realized that Lico's friend, the one with the Oshawott, has the same voice as two of your favorites in Overwatch and Marvel Rivals. Oh, nice, nice. Who does she voice act? I love hearing voice actor crossovers. Like realizing, like, who characters voice act. It's funny because people started shipping Spider-Man and Lucina, right? Because Mary Jane in Spider-Man PS4, because Mary Jane in Spider-Man PS4 has the same voice actor as Lucina, which meant people started shipping Spider-Man and Lucina, which is fair enough, except for the fact that Spider-Man is voiced by Yuri Lowenthal, the voice of Marth! So actually this ship is Lucina x Marth. And Marianne from Fire Emblem Three Houses, yo! Juno from Overwatch and Dagger from Rivals, oh nice, nice. There exists Pokemon protection laws? I mean, surely. Oh, you're saying that in context of Corviknight. Did you know the Ice Dude from JoJo's and King Lord Explosion Murder are the same dude? As in Vanilla Ice? That is whack, though. That is whack. So if I wanted a bin man, I'd want a Sweet Scent user, a Muck, and a Tinkaton. But no, from part 5. Oh, yeah. There's also the pet shop guy. Pet shop's a bird. Oh, I was thinking, like, man, this has surely run out by now, and, like, low-key? I don't know why I came over to check if that one's shiny. It quite obviously isn't. Like, I keep on getting to the point where I, like, low-key end up gaslighting myself into thinking there's a shiny when there isn't. Have you played Eyes of Heaven? The pet shop voice line is peak. I have not played Eyes of Heaven, no. Alright, so I'm up 2 Turtwigs. I forgot to actually indent. That's not great. I'm up 2 Turtwigs. We've got Kurt, Bort, and Brainmush. Let's get the next sandwich off. Stop. Like, I felt the ticklings of a sneeze and then it just left, which was really annoying. Sneezes are, I think, one of the worst concepts. You know? Why do we sneeze, actually? So where it's like you it's when you oh wait, Google AI. It's your body's way of getting rid of things that can make you sick or cause inflammation. I guess that makes sense. Because, like, I feel like you often sneeze when, like, something's irritating your nose. You know? Like, when something's irritating your nose, that's when you, like, sneeze and stuff. They made it up for the knock-knock joke. Okay, no, you can't just say that without telling us. Sneezes is to remind us that lungs are stronger than you think. Gengar being at a sleep cafe or people getting them who have chronic nightmares, so Gengar will just eat them. Oh, that's so smart! No, I love that! I think there'll be other Pokemon who could easily fulfill that job as well, like Hypno and Drowsy, I think. But, that is really cool. Alright. SFA guy, I don't believe you have more than 200 channel points to gamble. Alright. You don't, do you? You have like 16 points exactly. Just like how round Gengar is. That is fair. I can't slate that at all.
Woo!
Yeah, baby.
That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
It's just very much like one of those roles that could be accomplished by a lot of different Pokemon, I think, which is interesting. That's it. Like, that's why the Pokemon world is so cool, because there's like such a wide variety of Pokemon in it. And how would each one interact with others? How are you gambling? Well, it'll be with channel points. It'd be... channel point redeems. Not channel point redeems, sorry. Channel point predictions. But, I think in that case, the options would be 6 and not 6. And Yahoo!
Get it twisted, gamble. Please start gambling. Gambling is an investment and an investment only. You will profit, you will win. You will do all of that, you understand.
So, yes, sir! Probably do above or below. I don't think we need a gamble every stream. You know? I don't know. I always just remember when I first started streaming on Twitch again, right? And I did a Mario Kart thing where, like, every race I let people bet on. And... people got bored real quick. You know, people just did not. People clocked out. So it will be used sparingly. You know, for situations it makes sense in. The Minccino one made sense, you know, it had been a while, and I was willing to drop that one in. But I don't think it makes sense for today. There will be more gambling, just not today. Maybe before the ZA Presents drops, I'll do a Oh, I guess I'd have to do it. No, I'm not sure how that would work. Because I stand by the fact I'm not going to live stream it. But it's not your birthday. And? Alright. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Alright. What did I get you? It's still in the mail. I ordered it off of Amazon. It's not arrived yet, sorry. Oh shit! I just got a text. I just got a text message on my mobile phone. The plane crashed. Shit, guys, sorry. I guess that's that. I'm really sorry, guys.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, I know. It sucks, doesn't it? But there's nothing I can do about it. I can't control the planes. I'm really sorry, guys. Okay, you get a lot of birthday money. Keep it unsafe lying around. Give it to me. I keep it safe, safer than the bank. You should, you should pitch that to Dragon's Den, I think. Alright. Party favors. Party favor? I did get 2 in the last sandwich, to be fair. I'm impressed how just Turtwig it is. Because, like, there are other grass types that do appear around here. There's Trico. That might be it, actually. I know Litten and... Oh, there's Chespin as well. I remember seeing a Chespin outbreak. Which I obviously reset over. Fishes, I have an Asian bank account. You put money in, and your money's kept safe forever. No one gets that money back. Not even you. I must spend it on Gucci wallet. Oh no. That's a thought. I bet the next JoJo Lens chapter's already out. I need to read that tonight. I feel like you're getting so many shinies. I've only gotten 3 so far. Which is... I mean, some Scarlet Violet streams I've gotten less. Like the Crabominable stream, when I only got 2. Which was quite bad, actually, I'll be honest. I'm, like, genuinely quite impressed. Then I remember the Christmas Torchic stream I did, I only got 1. I probably am using up my luck for Shenhe, but oh well. But oh well. I felt like it was so much more than 3. Yeah, no, it's 3. It's 3. It's Kurt, Borse, and Brainmush. Those are the 3 Turtwigs we've got so far. Ugh. I think I've gotten... How many have I gotten? I'm trying to remember. I think I've gotten 5 in a sandwich before, when I was doing the Dunsparce, the triple segment Dunsparce shiny hunting. Which was obviously a very painful hunt. then I think that's the most I've ever gotten in one sandwich. I think even with the Krogunk sandwiches I did later on, when I did end up getting a few gulpin, I think the most I got was like 4 maybe. But I think I definitely did get a run where I got like 5 of the fucking things. Because I kept them afterwards. I figured it wouldn't be too bad to use one. I think that's why I have so many Herba Mystica. If I, during the Dunsparce hunt, didn't do the Dunsparce hunt and did more shiny hunts over like that year, because I'm pretty sure that hunt took like a year. Then I would have used it elsewhere. But no, because that hunt took so long. It's weird because it feels so far away now, which, I mean, to be fair, it is. I mean, I might check that. I might check that to Dunsparce, because when did I catch that? When was that to Dunsparce Core? I think it was, like, April time? But, again, I'm just going to check. Here it is, Trinity Worm. Comment. July. I did not realize it was July. It's kind of weird realizing it was after my birthday stream. Well, after my birthday that year. Like, in the scheme of things, shit, like Pat retiring, like that happened at like the beginning of last year, right? That feels like ages ago. That feels like ages ago. But I caught the Dunsparce after Biden dropped out. And that's strange to me. Do you think you'll actually do the do a 24-hour stream or any other celebratory thing? I'll probably do it at one point. I mean, yeah, no, like, I'm thinking about what I'm, like, gonna do. What my channel's gonna be doing over this next year. Cahir is here is a, like, is an experiment. Right? Cahir is here is an experiment. I just want to see if I can break through in another area, right? Up until this point, I've very much focused on Pokemon and stuff, but there's a lot of Pokemon stuff around, and Pokemon at the moment is going through like, Pokemon's content at the moment is a much more centralized thing on competitive. Shiny hunting was a very big thing in, like, the mid to late 2010s, I think, but these days, like, Pokemon content's much more competitive focused, and it's not something I'm that interested in, right? That's the issue. Nuzlocke these days are just done in one video. I think a lot of the time people like who are doing Nuzlocke and stuff, they don't try to do it as multi-stream long affairs. They try to do it in like 1 or 2 at most. A lot of streamers these days stream for like 8 hours straight, you know, and I'm not. I like my stream lengths the way they are. You know, maybe I could get more viewers, have more exposure if I did longer streams. But, I don't, so. I'm gonna see how Cahir is here goes. Longer streams kind of suck, since who's gonna sit there for 8 hours straight? Exactly, like, no one really would sit there for the whole, like, I'm sure, like, you'd end up with, like, 1 or 2 people who'd be willing to, like, be there the whole time. I think for, like, at least a bit, I don't know, like, I saw someone complaining on Twitter about the other day about, like, how draining a 0-viewer stream is. And I kind of feel that, right? At this point, I've started to build up an actual community, right? Like, you guys are great. I love having you here. So, like, when I do have a drier stream, it does end up souring it a bit. But I think a streamer's ability to stream to no one is an important ability to have. Because if you stream to no one, right, and keep that energy up, right, if something funny happens, you can still clip it, you can still spread it elsewhere, which means you might actually start getting those viewers in, right? If someone clicks on your stream randomly, and you're just sitting there in silence, staring at the game you're playing, just locked in, saying nothing, no one's going to stay around. No one's going to want to stay around. Because you're not doing anything interesting, like, you're not being an interesting content creator, you're not doing anything, right? You joined from a clip? Exactly, SFA, exactly. It's important, to enjoy... It's important to be able to enjoy streaming alone. What if they don't stay around because they notice you talk to yourself? I mean, like, a lot of a stream is just talking to yourself. I guess it isn't. I don't know. Like, how would I put it? No, a lot of streamers talking to yourself, right? Like, a lot of the time streamers will have, like, notes and stuff that they'll talk about anyway, right? If there are people to, like, be there and have a conversation, sure, like, you're then talking to them. But fundamentally, when you start that, are you talking to people? Sometimes I'll just go on, like, a long-ass tangent, and people will, like, just listen, right? People don't necessarily have much to input, right? Am I talking to myself then? No, I'm streaming. I'm talking to an audience, right? Even if you're alone, even if there isn't an audience there, you need to be prepared for a potential audience. I think if someone doesn't like that a streamer's talking to themselves, then why are they watching small streamers? Simple as that. If you don't want people to talk to themselves, don't watch small streamers. And in fact, big streamers talk to themselves, actually. Now that I put it bluntly, big streamers talk to themselves. Because at some point, chat starts getting too fast to read every individual message, right? So a lot of the time, streamers just start entertaining in general, right? But it's not talking to yourself, because it's talking to an audience. Your Zamazenta is pink. Yes, that is because it is a shiny. Rob gave it to me for Christmas. He caught it in Pokemon Go, and I'm still very grateful for that. Thank you, Rob. Wait, making notes of topics to talk during a stream is so smart. Pip, how long have you been streaming? I think big streamers talk to themselves more because they can't read chat, as you said. And at that point, you have to be mean and ignore annoying chats. Because there are too many people. Exactly. You've never done that? I mean, you know now. I'd say it's a pretty, like, good thing to have. Like, if I don't know, I used to notice when I first started streaming that I, like, would end up being a bit dry and not have as many topics to talk about. And I mean, even sometimes I do now, because I forget to write about topics. But, like, I generally do have, like, a list of things I'm like, oh yeah, I do want to talk about that at some point, right? Even if it's just, like, a mental list. Sometimes I, like, make a mental list of the things I want to talk about. I'm like, oh yeah, I want to talk about this and that today. And then I talk about this and that, like, right? Like, I want to talk about where I'm going with CahirLIVE as a channel. Alright, yeah, welcome to the stream though, Kevin. I hope that your week's been going well so far. Celebrating my 4-year streaming anniversary today. But yeah, no, I think it's a very important thing to be able to talk to nobody as a streamer. If you don't enjoy streaming to nobody, then I don't know, it feels mean to say then, like, reconsider streaming, but, like, you've got to keep it in mind, right? Because there will be times you stream to nobody. It's how it goes. You've got to stream to nobody to get someone to stream to. It's as simple as that. A really good, a good friend of mine, I met specifically because they were, like, browsing through smaller channels, and they immediately noticed the fact that I was already talking when they came in. They actively, like, noted that a lot of people just stare there blankly. They say nothing when there's no one in chat. You've got to say things. You've got to just ramble. Even if it's about nothing at all. You've got to ramble. It's a very important trait for a streamer, and it's important to be able to stream to nobody, because there will be times when you stream to nobody. Even after you've started to build up a community, one day you'll press go live, and everyone will be busy. Everyone will be doing other things. And that's not their fault, and it's not your fault. Sometimes things fall like that. But some days will come when you're trying to stream and no one's there. And you've got to be able to pick yourself up and still stream because of that, right? Because that might be the day where someone stops by and then boom, you've got another lifelong viewer. But they're only going to stay, they're only going to hang around if you're being an entertainer. I think it's like so yeah, no, that's like I get it, it can be draining, but I think sometimes you've got to lock in. Sometimes you gotta lock in and understand it. It's streaming isn't about streaming to viewers. It's about enjoying streaming. Viewing someone your entire life would be pretty crazy. Yeah, no, that's the other thing I think it's important to note with, like, streaming to nobody is, like, there'll be times when your community does get a bit smaller. It's how it is. I'm honestly, like, very impressed and thankful about how long some of you guys have stuck around. Because, like, a lot of you guys are verging on multiple years in my community at this point, and I'm really thankful for that. Because, not everyone does. You guys are all great, and yeah, like, but I think it's important to know as a streamer that people will come and go. It's funny because I do remember a lot of, like, a lot of people who don't stop by as much anymore. I guess that's the benefit of being a smaller streamer still, that's also hopecore. But yeah, there are a lot of things that, like, I think factor into, like, being a streamer. But I don't know, I do wonder sometimes, like, it's about that persistence. And it's about the show going on, I think. I'm gonna take a drink quickly. Yeah, and it's about the show going on. Still being there. And I don't know, I just enjoy streaming, is the blunt truth. It's a thing I very much enjoy, which is why I've been doing it for 4 years. Like, my core piece of advice for live streaming, right? Out of all my advice for live streaming, there is one thing that I think is the #1 point. If you want to stream, right? Fair enough. Good on you. But no, okay, no, sorry. Let me if you want to stream as a career, then fair enough. Good on you. But do not start streaming expecting it to be a career. Right? Start streaming because you want to stream and you think it's going to be fun. Because if you go into streaming expecting it to be a career, there are so many things that factor into blowing up as a streamer. And I think while there is a certain amount of skill in it, there's also a lot of luck. If you're only streaming for the money, then you're going to be disappointed. I mean, look at me. You know, I've made, you know, I made like a decent chunk, but not. It's not a career. Do you think Generation 10 will have a mythical Pokemon whose name starts with X? That is an odd question. What makes you ask that specifically? Start with NPC streams or some other brain rot. If streaming is gambler, should I invest in a streaming setup? Knowing me, I'd win. Big money, big prizes. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, no. I think that's the other piece of advice that I'm not sure, like, if I had one piece of advice to give, it would be do not start streaming with the intent of making money out of it. But I think another good bit of advice is you've got to... do not invest in high-end shit just to stream. You've got to know you want to stream before you start. Know you want to and enjoy streaming before you start, like, buying a load of expensive shit. Like, fundamentally, an expensive microphone is going to be good if you're on the computer a lot anyway, right? If you're on the computer a lot and talking to friends a lot, a good microphone is just a good thing to have, right? Because it means that you're not going to be all crispy and shit in their ears, right? Like, I can't slate that, but, yeah. X is the Roman numeral for 10. Also, Generation 5 introduced a mythical Pokemon whose name starts with a V. Oh, I see. Well, maybe then, maybe. I need his RAM, and since I need RAM anyways, I can start streaming when I want to tear apart a ThinkPad. Eh? I don't want to tear apart a ThinkPad. Last mod I did took hours and you lost 2 screws. Oh no. But yeah, no, I've tangented. I was talking about, like, where I was going to go with CahirLIVE channel and stuff. Yeah, as I said before, Cahir is here is a trial, it's a test. I want to see how far I can go with it. If I get far with it, that's great. Right? But at this point, I wonder how far I will get with it. Which means I'm starting to, like... I've set myself a soft deadline, right? I might stop before, if I think things are going well, but not like, brilliantly well. I'll probably continue it after. But when ZA comes out... that's probably when I will either commit to or ditch Cahir is here as a channel. Depending on how it goes. YouTube is doing well, I think, but streams, they have a fan base if me and Rob counts. I have a lot of you guys. There's you, Pip, Jellu, Kevin, even. You know, Felix. There's loads of people. Why then? Because CA is going to be a bit of a new horizon for Pokemon content, I think. And I'll be doing a lot of streaming on... my brain stopped working. I'll be doing a lot of Pokemon streaming around that time anyway. You know, I'll be doing a lot of Pokemon streaming around then that time anyway, so it makes sense to, like, park a project then anyway, right? That's my train of thought. If I play my cards right with ZA, I might even be able to attract a few, I'm actually just hate watching, so count me out of that list. Oh, sorry. I'll mark you off my CahirLIVE fans list then. Sorry about that. It's gonna be a chance to grow Green Cahir, or just get a ton of free content. That might be fun, right? I'd enjoy watching ZA. Exactly that, right? Exactly. That is my thought to a T. So if I want to, like, commit to Genshin or commit to CahirLIVE, it's gonna be then. I might do it sooner. I might do it later. I'm going to condense CahirLIVE as a channel. CahirLIVE is going to either go to YouTube or Twitch only. When I initially started multi-streaming, it's because my view count started getting a bit low again, and I was like, okay, if there's any time to risk it, it's now, right? But I've noticed that it did exactly what I didn't want it to. My view base is now split. I know some people, like Mango, deliberately watch on both. I'm aware that happens, and I'm very grateful for it. Like, at this point, there are YouTube regulars and Twitch regulars. And, like, there are two different groups on both. And a lot of them are all from YouTube. Or I know would all watch me on YouTube if I just streamed on YouTube, right? Like, oh, my, is that a blue drill bow? No, drill bow's blue anyway, isn't it? Yeah. I can't remember what shiny drill ball looks like. I think I just got it confused with extra drill. I'm pretty sure I saved after I got those other shinies. I really wish it told you when you last saved. It should be fine. This will be the year YouTube partner for emotes will happen. I can feel it. No, I can't. I like keeping it real, man. I'm very far off it. I think I'd probably commit to Twitch, because if I go to Cahir, like if the CahirLIVE lock-in starts this year, I think I might start branching out more, content-wise, and I think Twitch will like that more. Cahir positive, Cahir realistic, right? Like, I'm trying to seriously consider my options here. If I go best case scenario with all of them, then I like, there won't stand a chance. I need to genuinely consider rather than think about best case scenarios. And YouTube partner is a very hard bar to clear. Oh no, yeah, no. I'm if I go back to just one, I might go to Twitch. Just bluntly put. I know that might scare a few people off right now, and I'm sorry, but bluntly put, right? I think Twitch is going to be the better place. Partially because I know a lot of people are very attached to the channel point redeems. Like, I'm gonna be honest, it's in part because people like the channel point redeems. I know a lot of people have invested a lot of time in channel point redeems as well. Exactly.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
But, again, I'm not certain on this. I might end up committing to YouTube if I have some other epiphany. Maybe YouTube introduces features that makes it that much better for streaming and that much better for small streamer discoverability in the next year or so before I actually commit to either option. Like, I chose YouTube for Genshin streaming because YouTube is a smaller platform for Genshin, because Genshin has drops on Twitch. You get free shit out of Genshin on Twitch. So a lot of people stream on Genshin for that reason, which means that there's a smaller pool of Genshin streamers on YouTube, which is a fact I'm trying to abuse. I am very aware of the fact that, I don't know, like, the one thing I do consider is condensing my audience onto one platform might be a brighter idea, right? Because, condensing my audience onto one platform might be a brighter idea because, no, onto YouTube might be a brighter idea because of, like, shorts and stuff, and I can make content on YouTube that will then go send people to the YouTube lives. But I think if I'm going to branch out in terms of content, I'd want to branch out in terms of shorts and stuff as well. I'd want to keep the CahirLIVE subscriber base, but obviously if I start a whole new brand of YouTube shorts, I think I'm going to lose a lot of viewers from that. So I think I should move over to Twitch, because I have a lot lower of a viewer to follower ratio on Twitch, which means it's going to fuck me over a lot less in the long run. Pokemon will still be a big corner of my content, but I think I will try to start playing other games if I continue with CahirLIVE this year. But yeah, no, I'm just starting to seriously consider like the steps I want to take to go forward at this point, you know. I'm constantly trying to like innovate and do new things to grow my viewer base. You know, I don't think I'm the best at the decisions, but I think it's important to always like branch out, do new stuff. Which is why I did shit like start the Genshin channel. So yeah, I've got stuff that I want to do this year, is the blunt truth. And hopefully it goes well. Make sure to keep an eye on Cahir content in general. For announcements and stuff like that. But I'm very looking forward to ZA. I think I will continue to do Pokemon Direct Reacts over the course of the ZA hype cycle. Those reactions will of course be videos, not live streams. I've said before how I don't really like I've already said before how I don't really like watching reaction streams. I'd rather just watch them myself. I stand by that. I stand by that plan. So I think I will try to do reaction stuff to it, but it'll be videos I will post and then announce after, and then we can discuss what happens on stream, rather than it being a thing that I stream. Just because, I mean, yeah, no, I think I've said it before, but it's a point I'll stand by. If I want to watch an announcement, I want to watch the announcement, alright? I don't want someone, like, screaming over it. You know? I like seeing, like, clips and stuff of people's reactions. And I think maybe I should focus on trying to, like, clip my reactions when we get more ZA information. But I've just never really liked watching react stuff, and people are always like, you should make the content you want to watch. So but yeah, I do hope you'll stick by to see what goes on this year. But all the same, thank you all for your support so far. I'm again very, very grateful for all of you guys and all the support I've received from you over the years. Yeah, thank you all. Thank you. Touch Clock wasn't that great in the last half hour, huh? Where's the time gone, real? Last year was just a breeze. Not a breeze. Last year was not a breeze spiritually, but looking back on it, it just went by real quick. It didn't really, like, actually... That wasn't... It went so fast. And I didn't like that. I just kind of blinked and it was over, and I was like, what the fuck? What do you mean? Like, what was the date of my first Genshin stream? That's, like, a question I kind of wonder. Because I've been doing them for a while now. Oh, no, that was just when I reused that thumbnail. Oh, there was one. On the 8th of November. 2nd of November. This one on the 25th of October. 18th. 13th. So yeah, the first Genshin stream was on the 13th of October, which is... 1, 2, 3 months ago. I've been streaming Genshin for a quarter of a year. Which is... I bluntly put exactly why I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pull the cord if I feel like I'm not, if it's not, I don't know, if I'm not satisfied with it by ZA time, you know, I think it might be time to pull the cord. But I'm gonna put a lot of effort into it all the same, right? This isn't I'm gonna do nothing with that channel, and if it doesn't succeed, despite the fact I've been doing nothing for it, I'm gonna quit. Right? Like, that's stupid. I'm also gonna try not to do the thing, because I think part of the issue with this channel, right, is I started slowing down when I hit about 1.5k. I just ground to a halt at that point. And I think it's because I didn't innovate enough with my content. I think it's because I just kept on doing very similar stuff. I never really tried to, like, actually branch out and do new stuff. And just along with the fact that Pokemon as a franchise at the moment isn't doing much. Last year for Pokemon wasn't great. Just because ZA was announced and that was it. Pokemon TCG Pocket released, to be fair. That is a big thing that did happen. But other than that, like, the main part of the franchise, I guess, has been, like, cards, Pokemon cards. Which I guess is included in Pocket. But, it just... The franchise has, like, I guess that was the Giga League. I just feel like Pokemon, like, actual Pokemon content focused on the games, again, has been very competitive focused lately. Which means that, it is not a great space to be a Pokemon content creator at this point. Which I think is why we're seeing, like, the constant latching onto, like, leaks and baseless rumors and stuff. Because there's not much else going on outside of the franchise. No, there's not much going on inside the franchise as opposed to outside. Which is why I switched to Genshin during a region that it seems a lot of people don't like all that much. Which might factor into things, but, you know. We had the race, but I know a lot of people didn't really go for them. Yeah, no, exactly. It was just really the 7-star raids, and the 7-star raid streams have been some of my best performing. But yeah, no, it had been like a steady drop-off as the year went on, as people lost interest in them. Which does make me wonder if we will continue getting 7-star raids as this year goes on. Or if that's just kind of it. I hope not, but... Well, I'm not a prophet. But again, that's why I'm saying ZA, because this year... I don't know, I'm interested to see, right? Because ZA's a Legends game. The first game of a generation tends to be the biggest one for community growth. Just because it's the one where, like, all of the online stuff on the game focuses around. Or as Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon and stuff, that also had a chance to be, like, a community grower, I think, because VGC moved over to those. The online community moved over to those, but it looks like Legends games won't necessarily be moving over to... No, it seems that the, like, community side of Pokemon games won't be moving across to Legends games, unless they do something different with ZA. So, I think we'll really have to see, but I still think it could be an opportunity. Hello Dominic, how goes it? I hope that your week's been going well so far. It is my 4-year anniversary today, my 4-year streaming anniversary. Seeing as we haven't had anything since the Shiny Ray, I think that might have been the big finish. I mean, the Shiny Ray wasn't even a 7-star raid, though. We also have heard stuff since the Shiny Ray, bluntly put. It's less interesting stuff. It's just been some 5-star raids. They did 5-star Alolan Executor, and now they're doing 5-star Screamtail and Iron Bundle. If they bring back, what's it called? Walking Wake and Iron Leaves, I'd probably stream those. I think it'd be interesting if they did do Gouging Fire and Iron Horns and those guys. But I guess we'll find out. Hello Panda Plays, how goes it? I hope that your week's been going well so far. It's my 4-year streaming anniversary today. I'm shiny hunting for Turtwig. I hope that your week has gone well. Found any shinies recently? Bought something great today. It's a Hot Wheels version of the A-Team van. It's from 2011. Oh, very nice, very nice. But yeah, I've just been talking about how it's been a bit of a dry year in terms of Pokemon content, because we haven't really gotten much new from the franchise. Or in Pokemon content creation, because we haven't gotten much new from the franchise. Dwelling on how this year might go with ZA on the horizon. Like, if ZA has more online features, then I think it stands to be, like, a much more... like, a game that kind of attracts the attention of the community a lot more. But maybe it was just me because of the way I kind of did with Legends Arceus, where I played it and then didn't do much with it afterwards. But Legends Arceus felt a lot more like a play it and you're done kind of game. You know? Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, they feel like they have some longevity to them. Not necessarily because they have the best post-game features, but because they have a lot more, like, online and community stuff in them, right? Legends Arceus, for example, you complete the Pokedex alone. The whole Pokedex is completable within Legends Arceus. Like, everything's doable inside the game itself. Just one copy of the game itself, right? Because, like, Scarlet and Violet, you need to trade the Paradox forms. There are only a couple of trade evolutions in Scarlet and Violet, to be honest. It's like a Gengar and Slowking. And I think that might be it. No. There's more with the DLC, actually, to be fair. There's more with the DLC. There's Porygon, there's Golem, and stuff like that. But, in the main game itself, there's very few. But there's a bunch of, like, Palafin as well, you need to work with other people to get evolved. So, like, there's that community focus, and I think that just generally kind of is more of a thing in Scarlet and Violet than in Legends Arceus. But by the same token, I wonder how much the Pokemon Company understand that that was maybe an issue with Legends Arceus, that there wasn't that much of a community focus. In the game, it was very much a single experience, and that meant that a lot of people played it and then were done with it. Because, like, look at games like Auraz in comparison to BDSP, right? And I know BDSP is a different beast, because BDSP is a very, very hated game. Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee as well, I think, is another good example. But those don't really have as much of an online community surrounding them. They don't have as much online community features and ideas, which means that they never really kind of went that far, in comparison to Auraz, which was the center of VGC and stuff. You were meant to move over from X and Y to Auraz, more or less. So I guess the fundamental thing is they're trying to make, like, a main game of each generation, so they can maybe branch out more with the other games, like they did with Legends Arceus. They got to make new things out of Legends Arceus, rather than have to stick with the same battle formula and stuff, so that VGC wasn't gutted. Which I feel like is a self-inflicted issue. And it also means that the main series games are leaning more and more towards the VGC aspects, which, I don't know, I wonder if it's stifling the creativity in the main series a bit. But, you're finally over being sick? Nice, nice, I'm glad to hear it. Congratulations. But, I mean, yeah, it'd be interesting to see if we got, like, mega raids, where we fight, like, mega evolutions or some shit, as a group in ZA. The fact that it's made to be in a city, like, the fact that it's being marketed as a game that takes entirely in Lumio City, right? I think that either means we're going to get a very, like, plot-driven experience, or maybe they could be leaning into a more multiplayer aspect in ZA itself, right? Because a city is meant to be a big, bustling place, so it makes sense to have more online connectivity inside a city, right? Does that make sense? But I almost kind of prefer a more single-player experience. I think that's the issue. Like, it's a bit of a paradox in my own head, because on one hand, I would like there to be more community features and stuff, so the hype cycle around the game can last longer, so I might stand a chance at making more content out of it, right? But I think as a game, I'd rather it be a more single-player experience. I really liked how single-player focused Legends Arceus was. Although I guess the issue with Legends Arceus, Scarlet Violet, and a lot of games recently have been just their lack of post-game content. Actually, Legends Arceus... No, I think Legends Arceus does... I don't know, because I'm not sure I would count a post-game story as post-game content in that way. Because a post-game story is fundamentally another couple of hours on top of the story, right? Let's look at Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, for example. Does enabling trainers to fuse with their Pokemon sound like a good idea for the next generation's mechanic? I don't know, it seems like you're quite big on that idea, which fair enough, but I'm not sure I'd be that into it. Again, I'd rather we not have a gimmick next gen. I'd rather gimmicks be less battle, but like if we have a gimmick next gen, I'd rather it not be battle based. I'd rather just have like a basic Pokemon game, like any game Gen 5 or prior, where you're just battling Pokemon on Pokemon without some sparkly, shiny new, wow, look at this, this is different, so you'll buy our game. Yeah. Like, I'm interested to see what they'll do with Mega Evolution coming back, but I'm almost glad that odds are it won't be returning after. Just because... I don't know, I don't like it that much as a mechanic. I just don't. I think the designs are cool, but I think as an actual mechanic, I don't like it, right? Like, design-wise, I think a lot of the Megas do look cool, right? But I think, as an actual mechanic, I don't know, I'm not sure it works in what a Pokemon game is meant to be. Which is why every generation since, they have, for example, let every Pokemon interact with the mechanic. I like I like Terastallization in Scarlet and Violet a lot, because it's willing to have it so only Ogerpon and Terapagos have interesting interactions with Terastallization. Other than that, there are no special Terastal forms. To be fair, the reason they do battle gimmicks is that the battles are the core of the game. Everything else ends up feeding into it. That is true, but I don't know, I like... Especially since they keep on, like, throwing ones away and bringing in new ones. I don't think... Like, this is coming from, like, guy with Pokemon autism, right? Put as bluntly as possible, this is coming from guy's Pokemon autism. So my take is, of course, maybe not the best for marketability, but I don't think Pokemon needs it. I think Pokemon, at its core, is... Like, I think its battle system, I think the ideas behind it are interesting enough without there being some sparkly new, wow, look at, you can do this when you battle this time. I just don't think it's that necessary. I think you can still make an interesting Pokemon game that stands out without having to introduce, like, a... Like... Again, on the whole, I wonder if Pokemon's deliberately feeding into VGC too much at this point. Because I could see a big argument for why they do it, right? Is so VGC can feel fresh each new generation, right? Because if every generation VGC was, like, the same with just, like, a slightly shifted roster of Pokemon, I could see how that wouldn't be as interesting. But, I don't know, And I'm not mad at VGC, right? Like, I'm not gonna, like... If VGC is the part of the franchise you love, then I'm not gonna slate that entirely. But I do wonder... if... how intent the Pokemon Company are on focusing on VGC is... what was it called? VGC means the battles kind of can't change. And means that we need stuff like nature mints around. Here's the gimmick. A region that doesn't have proper infrastructure. You go through unbroken terrain, and... Wait, no, that's Death Stranding. I mean, that's also... I mean, I guess it's not, but... A lot of Pokemon regions are a lot more wild than I feel like you'd expect. Like, there are paths around in Scarlet and Violet that you can follow, but, like, there aren't roads. Ironically, I think Alola is probably one of the more developed Pokemon regions. Just because, like, Alola's got a lot of roads running through it, innit? Well, then again, there's still a lot of wilderness in Alola. That's one of the, like, reasons that ZA, I think, could be very interesting, if it leads us to a much more developed industrial space to explore. Honestly, I think Legends ZA should be set in the past, right? Here's my take. I think Legends ZA should be set in the past, right? Because then they can make a rule out of these games being set in the past, right? Then we're expecting the next one to be set in the past as well. We can set it in late 1800s Paris, which I think would be an interesting setting for a game, for a Pokemon game as is. And we can have a nice, like, city exploration Pokemon catching game. Then next, I'm not sure if it's Pokemon Legends Mew. I'm not sure if it's Pokemon Legends Celebi, right? Because I could see a game that does both Kanto and Johto. I think that would make sense. But I think we should get a Pokemon... yeah, no, actually, no. Let's lock it on just Mew. Pokemon Legends Mew, right? Because I don't think Johto would necessarily fit in with the core ideals that I'm suggesting it. Pokemon Legends Mew, right? Set in the future. Maybe it's even Pokemon Legends Mewtwo. It's clear there's no naming scheme with these games yet. South America is canon. Although I'm guessing they... we get to go to it, I see. I'm interested to see if they do make a South America region, if they're immediately going to canonize Mew as being from there. Because I could see that happening. I could see them canonizing... I could see them, like, making the South America equivalent of the Pokemon world and immediately canonizing Mew being there. Thing is, I know you're saying about ZA being entirely set in the city, but I think the Mega Weapon has to be involved in some way. I don't know, I think it depends if ZA wants to be a reimagining of the ideas and concepts of X and Y in the same way Legends Arceus was. Because Legends Arceus very much hit a lot of the beats that Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum hit. If you, like, look at the game's, like, plots laid out in front of you, a lot of the beats are very similar. No, you are right with the AZ stuff. What was it called? Shit. What brainwave might happen? Your EP, you're going to leave stream here? Fair enough, SFA guy. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Get good rest. And thank you for stopping by. Yeah, baby.
That's what I've been waiting for.
That's what it's all about. Wait, you going to sleep? Is that what you've been waiting for? Have a good birthday. Thank you, SFA. Region in Antarctica. Need to bring proper supplies and watch the weather and daylight, or else all your Pokemon start to take stacking debuffs and damage. With some special areas, legendaries only accessible on midnight or far from home. That would be very interesting, like a proper, like, survival-based Pokemon game. I do agree with that. But, yeah, no, as I was saying, Legends Arceus is very much like a kind of, like, entire reimagining of the plot of Diamond and Pearl. It's basically a remake of Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. When you, like, actually look at the plot kind of laid out. When you, like, actually properly look at the plots laid out. So if ZA is doing that again, if ZA is, like, a Kalos remake, which, I don't know, I almost think it wouldn't be, because it's coming in this generation, right? Like, I feel like it's not going to be because of that. But if it is, then the Ultimate Weapon will have to be involved, right? I think that's another good argument for why the game might take place in the future, because it could be in a Lumio City that's spread across that much of Kalos, that the Ultimate Weapon is now underneath Lumio City. Right? I could see that. I can envision that. But, I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. I think that's, like, the thing with the game, right? Is we just have to wait. We don't know. We have no idea. The only way we're going to know what this game is going to be like is in 1 month if they actually decide to show footage. Which they still might not. If the game is a holiday release of this year, which it might be, right? Which it might be. Then, I mean, the Paradox stuff was pretty popular. As in, like, space-time paradox? In Legends Arceus. Here's another possible gimmick. A game where part of the world's story involves going into the computer world. Switch back and forth between 3D and old 2D styles and gameplay styles. I like Mario Odyssey. Oh, that's it over. Encourages exploiting and messing with the world. You can even put in a missing no reference. That is true about the missing no, to be fair. But those are, like, exactly gimmicks I'm talking about. Sorry, I've just locked onto what you're doing. Those are exactly the gimmicks I'm talking about, where they're not, like, actual... just in battle. Like, yeah, no, you've hit the nail on the head of, like, what I think would be interesting to see in the game is outside of battle gimmicks like that, right? I think what I'd really like to see, and what I think could justify a Pokemon game that maybe doesn't have a battle gimmick, is a game that really hones in on the, like, caring and interacting with Pokemon sides of Pokemon. Exploration RP. Exactly. One of the stories that has affected me about the Pokemon franchise most that I've heard in the last few years is a child playing Pokemon Sword and Shield, right? And they got to Nessa and they couldn't beat her. Maybe they'd chosen, like, Scorbunny or something, but they could not beat Nessa. So they went to the wild area to train. They caught new Pokemon, they camped with their Pokemon and made curries and stuff, and they trained up against the wild Pokemon and stuff. Then after that, they went back to Nessa with a trained up team to go and fight her. And it made me realize how, like, even with my misgivings towards Sword and Shield, how special that must have been for that kid to, like, have that experience. How immersive that sounds as an idea, right? Like, it was the kid's mother describing it. I think she was probably a millennial who grew up with Pokemon and got their kid into Pokemon because there's no new content to get your kids into these years. That sounds like such a cool experience, and I want Pokemon to look more into that. Look more into making stories with your Pokemon as you travel through the world. Bring the kid hell diving! No! I mean the Paradox stuff, the pokes in Gen 9. Could see future ones. How about Mega Iron Valiant? I guess that would make sense given that God of War and Gallade both have Megas. But yeah, no, I think the franchise really needs to lock in on that. I guess it's ironic because I was talking about the ideas and concepts of living with Pokemon earlier today in stream. Like which Pokemon people would want to, like, live with as, like, an actual animal, as, like, an actual pet. About how I'd like to see more shows that just focus on life with Pokemon, rather than any, like, grand adventure. Like a slice of life show starring adults that's just about living with Pokemon. I'd, like, eat that shit up so hard. But, I think the franchise could easily lock in with that with Pokemon, with the Pokemon itself, by just leaning more into those, like, RP elements of the game. I think there are a lot of open world games that kind of do revolve around that kind of, like, RP joy of discovery and such like that. That I really think if they really locked in with mechanics revolving around interacting with Pokemon, they could make something really fucking special. People pack bond with these creatures anyway, right? You decided to get Chinese food, so you'll be here a bit longer. Understandable, SFA. I hope you enjoy your Chinese food. Trying to think of games with the merchant narratives that they could steal from. In Scarlet and Violet, under some of the trees, Pokemon will be eating fruits and stuff. I think they need to have more events like that. Like, imagine if random events could happen in the world, like you witnessing someone releasing one of their Pokemon. I mean, I guess that could just straight up be a quest line in the game, actually. Helldivers flawlessly make cinematic BS occur. Outer Wilds and Tunic of discovery and learning nailed beyond reason. Lethal Company dynamically makes comedy and horror experience via their proximity chat. I watched a 3-hour video on Lethal Company lore today, I'm going to be honest, lads. I'm going to keep it real, chat. I watched a 3-hour video on Lethal Company lore today. Don't ask me about any of it, I fell asleep halfway through. I almost didn't get today's video edited, today's YouTube short that I posted, edited, because I fell asleep watching a 3-hour Lethal Company lore video. Lethal Company, no, that's Fridays. Where? You students play Lethal Company is very fun. I'd recommend it. I think something that contributes to making a unique story is allowing multiple approaches to a situation. I don't mean you can just choose option A or B. I mean the situation existing and you can encounter it from any angle. Exactly, exactly. I guess that's a bit harder to do in an RPG, though, is the blunt truth. In a turn-based RPG is the blunt truth. Which definitely makes me, like, scratch my head on it. But I think that, e.g. with the released Pokemon, you could have start points be finding a Pokemon in the wild who cannot be caught, Pokeball saying its own. That triggers the quest. Exactly, exactly. You can also talk to the guy who released it, ask his friends. That is true, that is true. But, like, yeah, no, like, special events and things that you can encounter in the world like that, I think would just go so far, and I just really hope they lock in with, like, making the Pokemon world, because it's clear it's something they want to make, right? I think it's clear it's something they want to, like, lock in on, with the camping and stuff, where Pokemon come along and join you, with the picnics and stuff, where you, like, can wash your Pokemon, and talk to them and stuff, and I think it would be... yeah, no, I really think emergent narratives are what Pokemon needs, and it needs emergent narratives that revolve around you and your Pokemon. There's this one forgivable use for AI, and there's this one game that uses it perfectly. It's a yandere simulates game where you're trapped in an apartment with a pink-haired anime cat girl who's insane. Oh, I think I've seen clips of that, where you just have to convince her to like, let you out, right? With the camps, do something like the Nemesis system. Proc-gen Pokemon can be flagged as important and show up later randomly. E.g. someone stealing your food and pissing off one of your Pokemon. Yeah, no, exactly, exactly. Like, I really hope that with the Switch 2 being rumored to be a bit more powerful than, like, a PS4, I think it's PS4 Pro, like, I really hope they have the room to, like, actually try and do interesting stuff like that. But, Game Freak aren't known for well optimizing their games. Apparently in Sun and Moon, the different expressions were just entirely different models, which I find interesting. Very bold choice. E.g. in a double battle. Oh, you mean between the Pokemon? They'll try and one-up each other constantly, possibly causing stat boosts until one of them stops upping the other. Exactly, exactly. Like, that'd be so fun. I think people would rag on it, like, the friendship mechanics that they've added, though. Is the blunt issue. Because one of the very few actual emergent storytelling things in Pokemon games at the moment, I think, is the friendship mechanics. Is your Pokemon toughed it out so you wouldn't feel sad. Friendship mechanics only work in the player's favor. What if NPCs started using these? I do think that would be cool. Like, you're fighting, like, your rival further down the line for the first time. I don't know, I think it's one of those things, like, when Ganondorf flurry rushes out of your way, I think it should be limited to, like, the champion. Potentially the champion and then, like, your rival in the post-game. Or maybe, like, a gym leader battle, you can get the Pokemon to be rivals, allies, one is over, protective, etc., based on the pre-gym quest. I think there'd be interesting ways to do that, but I think it's an interesting idea, but I'm not sure it's... I'm not sure how on board with it I am. Champions, gym leaders, and rivals IMO? I think... what was it called? I think pre-gym quests and stuff that can actually affect your gym battle would be interesting. You know when, like, Rourke's Rampardos, or Krenados, evolves into Rampardos? Ash fights Rourke, loses to him, and then between in one of the episodes, there's some shit that goes down. I think it's with Team Galactic, I can't remember. But Rourke's Krenados evolves into Rampardos. Shit like that being able to happen, that would be really cool. I just love being able to watch them. It is cute, but it's a shame because I feel like you could feed them berries or feed them seeds and stuff in Pokemon Sun and Moon and stuff. I don't know. I wonder where like that kind of stuff went. I guess we've got sandwiches now, but I don't think I don't think there's any need for it to be just sandwiches, right? I think it'd be interesting if the next game kind of expanded on the eating food with your Pokemon idea and allowed you to do more stuff with them, right? Like feeding them like candies and sweets and berries and treats. Cooking proper meals. Playing more games than just ball and swing the feather cat toy. Like, I think if you're going to have a base, I think that could be a lot wider of an interaction with your Pokemon. But I feel like Sword and Shield is a good example of, like, implying your Pokemon do have, like, differing relationships with each other. Like, sometimes it'll be like, this Pokemon is afraid of Bob. No, like, sometimes it'll be like, Zamazenta is terrified of Turtwig, and you'll be like, why the fuck is Zamazenta terrified of Turtwig, you know? Like, and that creates, like, cute little ideas of interactions in your head. I think them focusing on maybe, like, your relationship with your Pokemon and Pokemon's relationship with you would be very interesting. Set of 5 to 6 games that you can buy over the course of your journey. Different games are for different personality types. Maybe? I don't know. I wonder if, like, they should be a bit more accessible than having to buy them over the course of the game. Well, personality types in the game are either natures or telling you what their highest IV is. So somewhat of a clown means that there's a... Oh. I guess that does make sense. Who knows with the team what could go wrong? Zamazenta is afraid of Tinkers because Tinkers would eat Zamazenta and steal their shields. That is a valid concern, actually. You love Tinkerbell. Is that like a universal emote, or is that someone you're subbed to? It's a sub emote? Fair enough, fair enough. Nintendo Switch collab when? Nintendo Switch collab? I'm on the Nintendo Switch right now. Oh, Twitch. You see, that makes more sense. I think. Yeah, do you mean me and Nintendo, or do you mean to get emotes? Oh, yeah, no, to get emotes, fair enough. You guys ever get acid reflux from smelling something spicy? Anyway, I get acid reflux in general. It's generic here. Yeah, no, I feel that. I feel that. I got the mint Gaviscon by mistake instead of the regular one, and it... Getting heartburn used to be fun, man. I know it's like, oh, it's mint. I don't want the peppermint one. I want normal. Oh, genetic. I mean, yeah, same for me. My dad always jokes that, like, half my family tree is on the exact same heartburn medication. Which probably means I need to be on it as well. But, you know how it is. I'm trying to think of more, but all of them would be spin-offs. They want to keep the core games for children and young teens. So always seems to go for your 12 lol route. Your 12 on blank slate. That's why I think games like ZA and Arceus are quite interesting, because it's quite clear that the protagonist in those games is a bit older. They're more willing to straight up tell you you're going to die, which is interesting. But like, it could mean that ZA, once again, has an older protagonist who, like, I bet is... I wouldn't be surprised if has an actual job. Even if that job is... find Pokemon. Half in every medicine cabinet in my family, there would be a crate of Gaviscon. Yeah, no, exactly. I've got a bottle in my room. I used to just drink it straight out of the thing, but these days I put it in the spoon first. And I've been getting easier on heartburn because of it. Because I feel like I never drink enough. Well, I never used to drink enough of it. I just drank it out of the bottle, you know. I'm hoping in the Legends series is made for the 15 to 25 crowd consistently, letting them be less kid-friendly and messing with more interesting scenarios. Exactly, exactly. Would make sense economically since the latter half of that group has money. I mean, I think they are realizing that a large portion of their fan base are fundamentally adults at this point, which I think is why they're more willing to do stuff like Legends Arceus. I think the fundamental truth is even if they do Legends Arceus and stuff, though, they're not going to go too far with it, because they still do want it to be accessible to kids. You want to see cursed Pokemon stuff? With the way the fan base reacted to the Typhlosion myth and stuff, I don't think we're going to see cursed Pokemon stuff. You know? We got some fucked up Pokemon mythology, some fucked up Pokemon like fairy tales from in-world, and people couldn't take that. Need to be aware of someone getting it for their kid, even if the kid is very young. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Because sometimes people will just be like, oh, it's Pokemon. Child can play this. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Don't know how I didn't spot it, because it's got, like, the little ball on its case. No, Legends Arceus is still only a 7. It's got a nice case. I like the box art of Legends Arceus. I hope that ZA has a similarly sourceful box art. I never really got why people complained about the Legends, not Legends, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee box art, because I feel like it was some of the nicest in the series. Because generally Pokemon box art is just the Pokemon on a nondescript background. Generally, like, just a textured colour in some way, shape, or form. Scarlet and Violet, Sword and Shield are no different. Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee actually tried something different, and I like that. Having them be in their little field, I feel like it summarizes the game well, right? Why does the crab have ops? I don't know, SFA guy. Why does the crab have ops? Haven't been here since the Minccino stream, but you finished your mini Ordex. Nice! Congratulations! That is very exciting. Welcome to the stream, Lucario. It's my 4-year streaming anniversary today, so I'm shiny hunting for Turtwig. Mini Ordex is complete, but if you caught any other shinies since as well? Done any other notable feats? But congratulations on the mini Ordex all the same. That being said, kid-friendly doesn't mean it can't hold up even for adults. No, exactly. I know you've got more of that message, but I think what people seem to forget is just because something can be watched by kids doesn't mean it can't just be like a good product in general. Pixar, for example, always seem to understand that. A lot of Ghibli films can be watched by a child, but as an adult, they can still leave an impact, right? I think sometimes people forget that you can just make a good story. For kids doesn't mean dumb. It just means in Explorers, they say they want to what they want to imply out loud. It doesn't break the story at all. It just means someone who may not think about it still gets to come along. There's also a range of games being straight up action movies with adult scale power struggles, possible lethal force. Exactly. I love the Ranger games. If I ever get a capture card, I will probably play another one on stream, but for now, I don't think I'm gonna do that. You got Shiny Hisui Bravery, nice. Flamigo, Scroopy, Starly, and Yungoos. Oh, that's a good pool. Scroopy and Starly randomly in Legends Arceus. Ah, nice. Scroopy and Drapion are cool shinies, I think. Starly's another one as well. Ranger with a mouse sounds cancerous. Oh, you were there! Have you played Banjo-Kazooie before? I have not, unfortunately. I want to see Pokemon Uranium and Plutonium. Again, SFA guy. You can go and download that off the internet. Good fan game. You should play it. I thought you were on hardware and just sucked. I feel like I was very clear about the fact I was using a mouse. I didn't think I was being that subtle with it. Oh. In my opinion, the kids and for adults shouldn't be divided by story or storytelling, but by maturity. Adult animation is usually shitty animations with the characters that can say fuck, but Has Been and Hell of a Boss got super popular because it's an adult animation that isn't like that, but instead a mature animation. And I guess I shouldn't get my opinions from Twitter, but no, I agree. I think a lot of the time people are like, oh, I want this to be mature, and by mature they just mean that there's a lot of blood and gore and swearing and bullshit like that. You said you're on hardware. Remember when I asked if everything was legal? I mean, yeah, because if I did emulate, which I don't, I wouldn't want to get in trouble. Because while it isn't explicitly illegal, I do know that Nintendo don't really like it when you emulate their stuff. I also thought I did say I was using a mouse. It was just with Pokemon Teachers typing. I thought the bit with that one was I was using the Pokemon Teachers... Pokemon Teachers typing, keyboard and mouse. That's it, I'm telling the air dude from Genshin, you're getting investigated. No! Man, I might try and whistleblow for ChatGPT if that's the case. All right. But I feel like one of the reasons that anime ends up being like so not consistently good. There are some real gems of anime out there because it understands that it doesn't have to aim itself towards children exclusively. It understands it can have a wider target audience. Obviously, some anime ends up being a little bit goofier just because it is trying to fundamentally appeal to, like, kids. And younger audiences. Like, the sillier parts of, like, One Piece, for example. But, like, there are just some, like, genuinely just solid anime that aren't that silly, you know? Animated, even if they are a bit silly, are silly in just, like, good and investing ways, like Dungeon Meshi or Chainsaw Man. Like, I'm not trying to be, like, a weeb or anything, but I feel like Western animation just doesn't really... Western animation productions don't fully understand that you can make just a good animated show for adults without styling it like a kid's show. It's just they can say fuck. You got food? Fair enough, SFA. Enjoy your food. There are some good ones, do not get me wrong. Watch Scavenger's Reign. I think it's probably on HBO in the US, but it's on Netflix over here in the UK. It might be on HBO. No, on Netflix in America as well, actually. I'm not sure. It's advertised as an HBO Max show on Netflix, but... I want to be a weeb. Japanese animation is by far the best animation type because of the culture around it. Yeah? That the take you're going with? It's mostly viewed at the golden age of 16 when something is made, for that age range. It's inclusive and fun for all ages except below 12. Because of the boobs. Except below 18. I forgot about the shonen titty shit. Honestly, I thought you were saying that 16-year-olds were the people who liked shonen anime. Because shonen anime is exclusively so sexualized because it's aiming itself, because it's trying to advertise itself towards teenage boys. You should do a stream of yourself playing Banjo-Kazooie. It's a platforming classic where you get to collect golden jigsaw pieces and beat up a rhyming witch. I think I've heard of... No, I have heard of it. They're in Smash Bros. Maybe at some point, as I was saying earlier, I do think I might start branching out this year. Wow, I've had horrible Turtwig luck ever since those first three. Who knows? Maybe it's a blessing in disguise and means I'll be able to get my Shenhe nice and early, but maybe not. We'll find out. I mean, yeah, that's why shonen anime so often is aimed at, like, is about, like, teenagers in high school, and why it sexualizes women in quite the way it does. Because it's fundamentally trying to attract horny teenagers to it. And what's a better way? Like, shonen, doesn't it mean, like, teenage boy or something? Like, the whole ethos of it is to get teenage boys to watch it, which is why. Young boy, yes, exactly. Shonen is a nice genre, but Japanese animation is just animation with slightly, and I mean slightly less age-based gatekeeping. If you watch anime in Japan above the age of 17, you'd probably get bullied. That's just life. Yeah, no, that's fair, but it doesn't, like, define my point of the fact that anime seems to understand a lot more that animation is a medium of storytelling, not a genre. Which a lot of people seem to fundamentally misunderstand. I think I mentioned it before, but I always find it funny, my dad didn't initially want to watch Spider-Verse because of because it was animated. But then it started getting good reviews, and he was like, oh, okay, I'll check it out. And I think it's one of his favorite Spider-Man. I think that that's some of his favorite Spider-Man movies now. I remember the dad. Well, I do talk about it a decent amount, just because I find it funny. It's good. I've got a recommendation. An anime recommendation. It's exactly what I'm talking about when I say an anime and, like, more directed towards adults, wider age range and demographic. This will be the last sandwich of the day, by the way. Orb on the Movements of the Earth. It's an anime that's releasing right now on Netflix, and holy shit, it's so peak. Like, I know last year, like, it started airing last year, so I'm counting it as a last year anime. I know last year had a lot to contend, had a lot of really good shit coming out. But I really think Orb might be up there as, like, top 5. When Beyond came out, I talked about it and you showed me the lore. Oh, that makes sense, that makes sense. I remember Dungeon Meshi, of course I remember Dungeon Meshi. That's another peak. There was some really good anime last year, it's simple as. Dungeon Meshi, Frieren Orb. What else came out last year that I watched? You watched Solo Leveling. I have not watched Solo Leveling. But yeah, Orb on the Movements of the Earth is genuinely, like... I think it's just, like, one of the best stories I've watched in a while. And I would highly recommend it. top recommendation. CahirLIVE recommendation, Orb on the Movements of the Earth on Netflix. It is such a good show. I think it might be one of those where like I come out the other end of it and it's just like, yeah, this is one of my best anime of all time. It's investing, it's got good characters, it's got good twists. It's also got a banger of an opening. Like, I genuinely think it's one of the best openings of the year. Hoping that the Devil May Cry anime is going to be okay. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. But I didn't think that much of Castlevania past Season 1. The Castlevania story is not one I'm going to retell. The Castlevania story is not one that I'm going to tell again. Simply put. It's on Netflix as well. I see. Well, yeah, hopefully it is good. It's cool, I remember. The top 10 anime betrayals, but it's the anime betraying me. I need to find another show to watch, to be fair. I've not got anything to watch with... Oh, wait, there's one there! It's a touch-wig, it's a shiny touch-wig. You love to see the shiny touch-wig. Kepler, if you're still there, do you have any Turtwig name suggestions? I don't think you've named one yet. Putting you on the spot. If Kepler is not there or has none idea, we can name it Groot, SFA guy. Four years. It is the fourth one, but SFA has been pushing for Groot. You're lurking, or do you have a nickname suggestion, Lucario? You haven't suggested one yet. I mean, obviously not, because you haven't been here when I found the shiny. I've been in a bit of a drought the past hour or so. I mean, the fastball, obviously, because Turtwig's really fast. Like, Turtwig is just one of the fastest Pokemon. Alright, Turtwig, number 4. That's not... You should name it the Flash. Oh, I like that. It is so fast. It went into the fastball, so clearly it is so fast, you know? Like, that is very true. That is a good nickname. We started good, but I ain't hitting the quota with these twig numbers. Oh, 6. Yeah, you're gonna get ejected from the Lethal Company ship. Is it up in speed and nature? Let's find out. No. It's still fast though, you know. We caught it in a... Wait. Hold on. Hold your horses. Your horses. Hold them. Hold your horses. Hold them. Hold them. Okay, you can let your horses go now. It clearly is up in speed and nature. You can release your horses and let them go wherever you want now. Because I hate, like, quite clearly it's plus speed. I only own one horse. Can I hold my horse? No, let it go. If you love it, let it go. Be careful, you might break the game with how fast it's becoming. Be free, Turtwig! Like, the speed of that. The speed of that turtle. The speed... What? Buddy, come back! Where are you going? Wait! Wait, where's he going? Hello? What? Fucking scarpered. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't get over that. What can I say? It's so fast it breaks the auto battle limits. Exactly. Exactly. The speed of that tortoise. Have you seen those videos where the little tortoises get on like a tech deck? It was like that. Alright. So along with the Shen Balls, we're doing a Biz Saturday to celebrate 4 years, yeah? I know, because the Genshin channel's only been around for 3 months. Sorry. Just how it is. Okay, here, what's your ideal group of 3 starters? I think I'm gonna go Pop Leo, Turtwig, and Bulbasaur. Wait here, baby? The baby? Alright. Cahir is my 48-month-old streamer. I think 48 is a bit too old to be, like, measuring in months, you know? If I ever had a child, I think I'd always measure their age in months. There's my son. He's 112 months old. Oh, you like maths? Calculate the trajectory. That way. Alright. What was a decent number, you know? Because then I could evolve 3 into Grottle, and leave 1 as a Turtwig in case we ever get a regional Grottle form, which we might one day. I'd still be interested to see if ZA has new starters, or does she reuses the Kalos ones. Like, I just thought, how many new Pokemon did Legends Arceus straight up introduce? Or not new Pokemon entirely, like new Pokemon and regional variants. The flashes say a Turtwig, so its speed remains stays unmatched. I was thinking that, I'll be honest, I was gonna keep the flash as a Turtwig. But I'll probably evolve the other 3 into Grottle, because Grottle's cool. I said it before, I'll say it again, Grottle is the Pokemon. If I had a Pokemon in real life, I'd want it to be Grottle. Wait, I'm like, oh man, I need a series that I can watch when I'm eating. Concierge, I'll just watch Pokemon Concierge. I haven't watched it yet, I need to watch it, right? So, why not into Torterra? Hey, I like Grottle more than Torterra these days. I don't know why, I just do. I mean, again, I think it's because if I had a Pokemon as a pet, I want it to be a Grottle, right? Now that it's been put into perspective, Krogunk would be a nice Pokemon to have as a pet, to be fair. But I think Grottle still remains like my number one. And B, I already have a shiny Torterra. Lurking around somewhere. Yeah, Oogway. From Legends Arceus. Got the guy in a Turtwig outbreak. That's boxes still, Cahir. Yeah, I'll need to complete the Arceus Pokédex, but in 2 weeks' time. I'll continue Minccino again on Monday, I think, and then I will continue the Krogunk hunt, the box of Krogunks, on the Monday after, which I think will be in February, right? Yeah, it will be. Because, yeah, it's the 3rd. Which, I feel like this is the quickest January in a while, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like normally January drags more. But this January has not dragged much at all. I feel like it was not that long ago that we started the new year, but now we are almost a 12th of the way through it. Which, not sure how I feel about that, I'll be honest. But then again, I guess it does kind of feel like a while, because it feels like a while ago that I was, like, properly ill. I'm only really out the other side of my illness now. But I got, like, proper ill for a bit there, right? And that feels like it was a while ago, so maybe I'm wrong. I guess we'll have to see how long February is. I remember the New Year's midnight so vividly, I'm not ready for it to be February. Yeah, it just feels weird that we're... Like, February is still towards the beginning of 2025, right? It's still, like, the beginning of the year, fundamentally. But it's just straying a bit too far into it yet. You know, I like, can we not stall for a bit longer? Just a bit, right? Just like, a bit. Not like, long. Just a bit. We don't need to... I guess we still fundamentally have over a week left of January, so maybe I'm tweaking out for no reason, but you know. I just... Why are there already Easter eggs in the shops, man? Like, I walked into One Stop, and boom. Easter eggs fucking everywhere, and it's like, man... We're not even out of January yet. We've still got Valentine's Day. When was New Year's? 22 days ago. Boom. Really needed to make a point out of it being 22 days ago.
Egg.
How far back? 22 days ago. What answer are you expecting? March is when it will start to feel like it's going too fast. Yeah, no, definitely. And then by April, it will be September. You don't know, a week. Just over 3 weeks. Alright. Have I aged? Time passes so fast now. Yeah, no, that means you're getting old. Soon you'll be all wrinkly. And grey hair. And then you'll be dust. Once more, one with the universe. No, I just want July. That's when people are saying we'll get the Switch too. Oh yeah, I did see a few of those rumory leaky doodads around. I guess that makes sense. If it is July though, I think that means I'd probably end up waiting until Christmas time to actually buy it. Just because there won't be much on it initially. Getting it, like, around Christmas time might be a wise idea, because they'll probably get, like, a decent chunk of stock in then. Because Nintendo is fundamentally a console that is a bit more geared towards children, so there will probably be a few children getting it for Christmas. I'm fine with the year feeling like it's going faster. Less time to wait for ZA. That is true, that is true. I will give you that. We are but a month away from news, probably. I think it'd be so funny if they do another Nothing Burger trailer. Because what's it called? A lot of the time when they announce a new game, especially like a remake, they don't actually show any footage of the game. Like, or as they didn't show any footage, Sun and Moon, they didn't show any footage. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, they only revealed it in June, I think. From what? Yeah, no. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, they only revealed in June, I remember. I remember that trailer. Because, I remember watching the reveal of it, walking home after an exam at school. Do we do Mario Kart Monday anymore? I miss Mario Kart Monday. There'll be more Mario Kart Mondays. I'm just not feeling Mario Kart at the moment. Still startles me how fast it's speeding by, though. That is true, that is true. Lily, hello, how goes it? How goes it? I hope that your week has gone well so far. It's my 4-year anniversary, streaming anniversary today. So I'm shiny hunting for Turtwig, because I do like Turtwig. Found any shinies recently? But yeah, Sun and Moon did have a demo. I do wonder if we will get any more demos, though, seeing how the Sun and Moon demo went. I can't shake the feeling that the reason we haven't had any more Pokemon demos since Sun and Moon is because the Sun and Moon demo got so horribly leaked and data mined. Which was low-key their fault. Why were all of the Pokemon images in the fucking demo? But wait, hear me out. Mario Kart 9 Monday. I mean, yeah, eventually. But, again, I'm not sure I'm gonna, like... Maybe I will get the Switch to launch, but I just don't see much point in it, because... there's not gonna be many games I'm gonna want to play. Unless there's, like, a Fire Emblem... Like, if Fire Emblem's a launch title on it, then I will consider. But I bet if Fire Emblem does come out early in the system's lifespan, if it does release in July, it'll be more of like an October, September type release. Because I couldn't help but know on the Switch release, they deliberately staggered out the games over the course of that, like, first year. So at least in, like, March, right, with Breath of the Wild. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe released in, like, April. Splatoon 2 released in the summer. Mario released in October time. And then Xenoblade Chronicles 2 released in, like, November time. Like, they spread it out. So I think even if... I think even if, even if my brain worked. Then you grab a copy of Scarlet and see if the Switch 2 makes it better. Why would I grab a new copy of Scarlet for that, though? Like, why would I grab a new copy of the game? That's a thought, though. I wonder what they'll do with save data. Will we be able to transfer save data from the Switch to the Switch 2? If I do get a Switch, when I do get a Switch 2, I'll probably want to get a new SD card for it as well. Because, like, I got Fire Emblem Three Houses on my Switch, right? Downloaded onto my Switch. Even if the Switch 2 is backwards compatible, will I be able to get Three Houses on it? Yeah, they've usually been pretty good at that. That's hopefully. You grab a new game if you're far randomly corrupted on July 3rd, 2025. I would do that. I'd also cry because of all the shinies I would have lost. I think. Some of my oldest shinies are on this game. I guess maybe that's on me, though. Like, that's the benefit of having, like, an online storage service like Home, is you can just put all of your shinies there and not risk losing them. But I also just feel like that's a bit boring. Why would I want to do that when I could use them? When I could have the Zamazenta on my team. Wii U worked pretty well, and also micro SD cards are fairly interchangeable between Switches. 3DS was good too. Yeah. I feel like the Wii U's the bigger noticeable one there, though, because the Switch to new... No, the 3DS to new 3DS wasn't that big of a leap, because the new 3DS didn't really have many games that couldn't be played on the old 3DS in it. Fair enough. 4 isn't the most shinies you could get on a day like today in Scarlet and Violet, but it's a pretty solid chunk. I think I got about 8. No, 6. Spupar. When I did that one, which was a similar situation. The only one is Xenoblade? I think so, yeah. I couldn't think of any others that actually did anything, which is kind of funny because Xenoblade is a remaster. It's not even like a new game. In fact, it's barely even a remaster. It's more of a demaster, really. Nintendo should make an Ultimate console that has cartridge slots to support every single game console they've ever released. Do you know much about gaming hardware, Lucario? You should get even more Spupars to remember it better. No. I don't think I should. 6 is enough. Xenoblade Demastered. I feel like there was a Fire Emblem Heroes and Triforce one that was the same. As in what sense? I feel like I've forgotten something I've said. Not really, but it'd still be cool if in the future they could adapt hardware to make it possible. The issue is, right, when you play a DS game on a 3DS, it is emulating a DS to play it. So a console that did that would have to have a million different slots, a disc tray for Wii and Wii U games, potentially even GameCube games. I'm not sure if it... I think it could do both. I know the GameCube discs are smaller, but it would also have to have an emulator of every single device built in it. So, if it is feasible, it would cost an arm and a fucking leg. it would be a very, very expensive piece of hardware. Although then again, the Wii U did have a lot of virtual consoles on it. I could see us just getting virtual consoles, right? Like DS virtual console, Wii virtual console. What have we got so far? I think it's up to Nintendo 64 right now, right? I could see the Switch 2 maybe even launching with a GameCube virtual console. If not, a GameCube virtual console coming to it a few months after launch. So I don't think your dream will necessarily be answered exactly, but I think that Nintendo Switch Online will be expanding. Anyways, we aren't hitting shiny quota, but I remembered when I left and shinies appeared, so I'll be gone a bit. I guess we'll find out in the next 2 minutes, SFA, if that works. The new 3DS games, the Dynasty Warriors game? I see, I see. Oh, yeah, no, sorry, I remember now. No, I remember that one, yeah. Oh, and the, so the Warriors games. That's still not many, which I find funny. They also, like, both of those released on the Wii. No. One of those released on the Wii U, and one of those released on the Switch as well, so there were definitely better alternatives. Was Minecraft 3DS only on the new 3DS? You even own the Tomica model of Kit from Knight Rider as well. Nice. But yeah, I know there was a Minecraft 3DS edition, which I find really funny. Especially because it released so late into the console's life. Like... yeah, September 13th, 2017. Okay, forgive me if I'm wrong, but the Switch had already released by then, right? There are a total of 15 new 3DS exclusive games, and Minecraft was one of them. Do you know that Hot Wheels reused the GMC panel van body for their Taurus Animations collection as well? The one that they reused is the Retro Entertainment one. Oh, interesting. I did not know that. Yeah, I low-key thought that the Minecraft 3DS edition was one of those exclusives. I just launched a Turtwig off the cliff. No, I mean, it low-key looks like it's dead, but oh well. You're gonna head off, feel like getting some sleep? Understandable, Lucario, you get good rest. Oh, well, good timing, because that's the end of the hunt for now, I think. I'll be doing some Pokedoku, though, all the same. A shame I only got 4, but it is what it is, you know, yeah. It be like that sometimes and whatnot. Oink. When did you get your Switch? I got my Switch in... I got the Switch for my birthday in 2017. I wonder if this would have been more successful in loading Turtwigs in. No, maybe not. Anyway, I'm going to save amongst the torts. Oh, and let's evolve them quickly as well. The Triforce one here is what Triforce Heroes one wasn't exclusive. Oh, interesting. It was just the Fire Emblem one. How bizarre. Kurt is evolving. What does Shiny Grottle look like again? I can't remember. It's quite ugly, I'm gonna be real, but we're gonna evolve them anyway. I love my lemon-looking son. He's a bit ugly, but I love him anyway. I think I got mine in 2018. I got 200 quid from being Employee of the Month, so I used that. That's fair, that's fair. Mine was either Christmas 2018 or your birthday 2019. You don't remember, but your life changed on both of those days. Both of them. Why is this guy a lemon? What is that? What? He's even lemon shaped. He's like a lemon lime creature. A bizarre little lemon lime creature. I love that for him, honestly. I love that for him. But yeah, no, I remember that, I went on holiday that year and still ended up buying Fire Emblem Echoes. Because the Switch just didn't have enough games on it at that point. Lemonese, drinking his kind. Don't drink his kind! No! Yeah, because the other one, you got Overwatch. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that, Felix. I hope you recovered alright from that experience. Lemon creature. What a bizarre thing. I still low-key like it. Wait, did you do that again? Wait. Why does he move like that? Why does he move like that? What are you doing? More. Wait. He just looked back at me so funny. Do that again. No, side-eye me again. Oh, he's killing someone. What a bizarre creature. What a wonderful, what a undulating, what a wonderful, wonderful little creature. I like the way it looks up at me. I love the way it looks up at me with its fucking shit-ass eyes. Oh my god. Okay, those animations alone have shot Grottle up a lot in my estimations, and I said I want one of these fucking things in real life, so they were already pretty high. I love this thing, man. Like, imagine, like, I imagine, like, you could deliberately, like, grow specific plants on it, right? A weird-ass dog. You just... What a cryptic being. Let's put the dawn mark on you. On Kurt. That's awesome. I'd grow lemongrass on that dog. That's fair, that's fair. I think lemon tree would be the best thing to grow on it with its fucking lemon ass. Speaking of growing stuff, though. No. I was wondering if I was still looking up why we sneezed, but I'm not looking up why we sneeze anymore. I have in fact stopped looking up why we sneeze. I found a random world quest in Genshin by shooting mushroom boars. I feel like that might have been self-inflicted. Was the random quest getting arrested for, like, animal cruelty? Because I can't help but feel that it might have been getting arrested for animal cruelty. Can you have a Genshin question? Just one. I'm kidding. Fairy Rock is Carbink, Diancie, and Mega Diancie. Are there any others? Are there any other Fairy Rock types? How much more and experience do you need to level 90 a Fontanian? The only number I know is from 80 to 90, it's 600,000 more. I think in total you might need about 1,000 experience. It's a lot. It's a lot. I'm gonna go with Mega Diancie. 31, that's pretty high. That's a lot of books, it is indeed. Fairy types from Gala is, you know what, I'm gonna go G-Max Grimmsnarl. I'm feeling good about the Grimmsnarl G-Max. 5.1, that's pretty low. And Fairy type Paradox Mons. There you go, Zinksho. Zinksho isn't Fontanian SFA guy. 1,673,000 Mora. Bloody hell. He has books? He has... Oh, he does have books, that's true. I thought you were just talking about leveling up your level 40 Zinksho. Very paradox ones. Iron Valiant, Screamtail, Fluttermane. But which one of those is going to be the lowest? I'm going to go with Fluttermane. I think it might end up being high because of how prevalent it is in the meta, but if there are 3, that's good. If there are more than 3, that's bad. Legendary Paradox. Pretty sure that's just Miraidon and Koraidon. So which are people going to think of less? I'm going to go Miraidon because it's the less popular one. Hey! Hey! Gala Legendary. I think going with one of the Calyrex is probably the best bet here. So I'm going to go with Calyrex. Oh wait, Urshifu might be better. Maybe Cubfu. I'm feeling good about Cubfu. 2.7, that's pretty low. Then legendary rock types. Terrakion. Regirock. Tinglu is ground. Mount Wario. Mount Wario. I'd love to. Yeah, Tinglu's ground. Then we got the Tapus, which aren't. Ultra Beasts don't count under legendary. I feel like it can't just be Terrakion and Regirock though, right? Surely. Surely not just those two. That seems pretty wrong. In the grand scheme of things. What Gen 4 legendaries are there? No, I don't think Gen 4. We've already been to Gen 5. Gen 6 is like 2. No, it's 3, but then there's the Zygarde, so it's like a bit more. Gen 7 does have some Ultra Beasts. Is it just Regirock and Terrakion? I'm gonna go Terrakion. So I bet some people think it's ground type. I might be missing a third one, which means this isn't a good score. There are only 2 Rock Boys, then that's the lower one. That's pretty nice. And then Electric and Rock type. Pikachu with a brick in his head. What about Rhydon? Rhydon these nuts! Electric from Gala. I'm gonna go Dracozolt. Paradox electric types is obviously Miraidon. Then we got Iron Hands as electric type. Iron Thorns is as well. I'm gonna go Iron Thorns. It's rock electric. Wait. Fuck. That wasn't the only one, was it? That isn't the only. That isn't the only rock electric, is it? I don't think it probably. There are other rock electric. There are other. Oh, Geodude. Okay. Okay. 192 was what I got. The lowest score was 152, so I was 40 above. Iron Thorns was the least common there. Miraidon was actually the least common here. Iron Thorns was next. It was a bit of a step down. It's funny because to get the lowest score, you want to put Koraidon here because Miraidon's the lowest here. Iron Valiant was the lowest fairy type, which is interesting. Rob, we forgot someone. Rob, we forgot someone, Rob. Urshifu Single Strike was the lowest, which is interesting. Which means it was lower than the Kubfus. When the Paradox category shows up, I just sit that out. That's none of my business. Grimstyle G-Max was right. Mega Dynasty was right as well. Draco Zolt was right too. Interesting. So I did get a lot of the lowest, but I fumbled on a couple, it seems. No, Ogerpon's a legendary because it's just available through DLC. Nothing special. Nothing special. Pecharunt is mythical. Bye, goodbye. Thank you for stopping by. I've had a great time today. Been a good stream, a good discussion of my plans of the future. I hope no one's been daunted by my ideas. I hope you guys do stick by. I'll be live again Friday, back on this channel, rather than on the Genshin one. I'll be doing that on Saturday as per normal. Where I will be doing probably more Dynamax Adventures, continuing to look for Xerneas. I've been enjoying Dynamax Adventures as of late. I've been having a lot of fun with them. The Psycho Wizards, hello! You've arrived at the end of the stream. I'm sorry to break this news to you, but it is almost 11 PM here, so I need to get some shut eye. Thank you for stopping by all the same, though. I hope that your week has gone well, and I hope it continues to go well. You live in the UK too? Yeah. I hope you do get some sleep soon yourself then. Follow age. I don't think I have that command enabled, but I'll check on your profile all the same. It says here. Okay, no, it doesn't because 2021. So that was back in my Minecraft phase. Ironically enough, in celebrating my 4-year anniversary today, you might be one of the people here who's been following for the longest. Because that is indeed 4 years ago that you followed me. If Pip is still around, he was, I believe, my first follower who wasn't my friend. He is my friend now, so I guess maybe he doesn't count, but... Congratulations on your 4-year anniversary. Thank you. Wait, Pip the first? Pip the first, indeed. Oh, everybody hydrate. I will abide by that, although I'm ending in a moment. And everybody else better abide too. That is the law. You must hydrate. But yeah, thank you for coming. It's a shame I only got 4 Turtwig, but who knows? Maybe my luck is being saved for something greater. We've got a few other RNG related. I mean, 2 shiny hunts and a Genshin pull over the next few days. So hopefully, I'm saving up for stuff there. But yeah, thank you all for coming, and thank you all for sticking with me over the past 4 years. Again, I'm very, very grateful for all the support I've had this time, over this time, I'm looking forward to the future. Again, I'm going to be trying things. I'm going to be branching out. I'm going to be playing ZA, as previously mentioned. I'll be playing Pokemon Legends ZA. Yippee indeed. When that releases, hopefully we get some new news soon. I'll be continuing more stuff with the Genshin channel. Cahir is here. So do be sure to sub on over there to see what I'm getting up to over in that corner. But yeah, I'm going to end off for now. Thank you all for coming. I hope you all had a great time, and I certainly have. And I will see you all on Friday for some Dynamax adventures. We'll be looking for Xerneas once more. I hope you all have great rest of your weeks. Goodbye and good night.